Hey guys, I know it's been a long time since I've done a video, but I've been extremely busy with my kids this summer. We've been hanging out, doing a lot of different things together, and I thought that was really important that I spend some quality time with them before they go back to school. But in getting ready for them to go back to school, and they go back in a little under a week, I wanted to make a special little treat for them to let them know how much I'm going to miss them, and that I hope that they have a really good first day back to school. So what I was going to make is these back to school treats. Inside is a Rice Krispie treat. So I got a box of these Rice Krispie treats that you can write on the front of them. And so I just said, "Love you, have a great day, Mom." I put that on there. And then to make this, you're going to need a piece of pattern paper that's 6.5 by 6.5. So I should have been a little bit prepared. I had what I wanted to use out, but I used up the last piece on the example, or when I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do this. So hold on, I will be right back as soon as I find my stack of paper that I wanted to use. Okay, I'm back. I feel really unprepared. I should have thought ahead a little bit before I started this project. But basically, I'm going to be using the Create a Critter cartridge today and the Recess light cartridge. So both of those cartridges I use to make the designs that are going to go on top of your paper. So what we want to start off with is a piece of paper, and we want to cut it down to 6.5 by 6.5. So okay, now we got our piece of paper. What we want to do is take our Rice Krispie treat. And the reason why I just chose to do Rice Krispie treats is it's one thing that all my kids like. All three of my kids. My oldest is very picky. He actually doesn't even like chocolate. So that's why I picked the Rice Krispie treats. So you're just going to take your piece of paper and find out which way you want it to go. So when we wrap the Rice Krispie treat, I want it going this way, so that this is the way the design will go on the front. Even though you don't see the paper all that much when you put your accents on them. So what I'm going to do is, at the back, I'm going to run 2 strips of adhesive. And then down the side, and then the other side. And we're not going to do this side at all. We're going to leave that side without adhesive on it. So take your Rice Krispie treat. You're going to put it in the middle, and you're going to fold up your paper, and then fold over the adhesive side on top of that side. Now I'm not pulling it too tight because I want it a little bit loose, and I want to make sure I line up the edges as best as I can. Press down, then I'm going to reach in, kind of make sure it's sealed really well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up both edges that I put the adhesive on, and then press them together. And then do that on the other side. Okay, now if you like, you can leave it just like this. But to give it a little bit more of a finished edge, actually like that Rice Krispie treat has on it, where it's ribbed like that, I'm going to take my paper crimper, and I'm just going to put it in there, press down, and just run it back and forth a couple times to give it a good crinkly seal. And then I'm going to do it on the other side as well. Okay, and there is the base of your Rice Krispie treat. And you can puff it up a little like this if you want. There we go. So we've got that so far. And then what I'm going to do is, here on the Recess cartridge, I used the back to school one right here. It's on the inside. It's on your overlay. It'll be the last row, the first button. So I already have it all cut out. I cut it out at 1.5 inches is how I cut the phrase back to school. So we're just going to kind of put that together. Okay, I got all the pieces here. And it's a really simple cut actually, so that's why I like this one, is it doesn't take very long to assemble this one at all. There's the B, and then we have our A, and our C, and our K. And there you go, you have your back to school. Oh, I got the K a little crooked. There we go. That's what I like about this zig adhesive. It gives you just a second to reposition it in case you didn't get it on there first. And there you go, we have our sign back to school. And we're just going to adhere that to the middle using ATG, my favorite adhesive. We'll put that right in the middle. And then using the Create a Critter cartridge, I picked out the apple and the worm. I do so much with this cartridge. I really, really love the Create a Critter cartridge. I find myself really using this cartridge the most. And actually the worm is one of the things I use all the time. So I'm just going to get all my parts here. And we're just going to assemble our apple. Our two cheekies on the apple. Okay, and our leaves. I tried to pick out fairly simple design for this treat. I've only got 3 of them to make. I've already made one, so I have to make one more after this one. So, because only 3 of my kids are going to school this year. Okay, now we have our apple done. There's cheekies on there, good, okay. And now our inchworm. The inchworm is a little bit more difficult to cut out at the tinier cuts, just because of all the intricate designs on it. But it did come out okay. I cut the apple and the inch out at 2 inches. Where I cut the back to school at 1.5. Okay, now we have our inchworm. And we're just going to adhere that with some pop dots, if I can find where I left them. Oh, here they are. So I'm just going to take our apple, and put them on the side. And then our worm. I love this worm. He's one of my favorite ones. Now what I'm thinking I might do is add some stickles to maybe the cheeks of the apple. I think I'm only going to do this for my daughter and my almost 6-year-old. I think for my 14-year-old, I think I won't add the stickles to it because he finds sometimes when I do this stuff a little cheesy, but I know he's gonna like it. Just got a little bit of the stickles off of the letter, so I'm going to just kind of push it off a little. There we go. And there we've got a cute little treat that we can throw in their lunchbox and just let them know how much we'll be thinking of them on their first day back to school. So a part of me can't wait. It's going to be nice to have everything back on a schedule and a routine and just some kind of consistency to our days. But I'm also going to miss having all the kids home. It's going to be a little quiet around here, I think, with just one of them left at home. But me and the little guy are going to get a lot of one-on-one time together. So thanks for joining me today, and if you'd like to check me out at jennyscrafts.com for some other tips and ideas, and also if you'd like to check out my stay-at-home life, I also have another channel I just recently started about stay-at-home mom stuff, organization, cleaning, product reviews, things like that. So, well, thanks for joining me. Have a great day.